Seems a daft question, but I wonder, was there at all a funny side to it, Eric?
What, the illness?
Mm.
Oh, well, in a way there was, you know. I was at, we were working at this club in Batley. There's two waiters. And I said, I got a bit of a twinge in my arm, and I happened to say to Ernie, you know, I don't feel too good. I'll go home tonight and...
So I'll sign the autograph.
I said, you sign the autograph.
You sign the autograph, he said.
And, so, because his wife always asks him for his autograph. And...
she said you were good tonight. You were good.
Yeah. And I would drive home in the car. Thank you.
All right.
And I drove home in the car. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's say you got a lovely home here. Very nice. Great, that. And the pain, as I was driving home towards Leeds, the pains got worse and worse up my both arms and across the chest, you know, and I started to come out in the flop sweat. And driving along, and I thought... Now, funnily enough, I didn't realise, fortunately, it was a heart attack, you see, because had I thought it was a heart attack, I'd have had a heart attack and died. Because I always thought, you know, a heart attack was... But it's just, you know, it's like that at all. It's just... And I thought...
Try what?
And I thought, well, I'd better put myself into a hospital, you know. And I was driving the car, it was getting worse. So it would be about 1:30 in the morning. And I stopped a fella in Leeds. And I said, could you know, I don't feel very well. Do you think you could... I had a Jensen in those days. And I said, do you feel you could take me to a hospital? I don't feel very well. I'd like to sign myself into a hospital. A fella called Walter Butterworth, I'll never forget him. Wasn't his real name, but I'll never forget him. And he said, yes, oh, aye. Hey, you're, Morton and White. And I said, oh, Morecambe and White, yes. So he said, oh, well, I've never driven one of these. Tell me the territorials, I've only driven a tank. It's true, this. So he gets in there, and there's 7,000 quid going... up the road. It was me going... And I got to the stage where I couldn't have cared less, you know. So he takes me to a hospital, and it's locked. True. And there's some French windows, and he's going... Bing, bing, on the French windows. But I'm stood at the side of him, like this. And these windows open like that. And a fella there in braces, and a pair of pants. He goes, come in here. He said, what's the matter? Can't. So he opens a little crack. He said, this isn't a proper hospital. He said, you want the main one up the road. So he explained where it was. And he drove me there, did this Walter. And I got out of the car, and he ran around. It was up a brew, you know, up a hill. Yeah. And he went in there to try and get me either some form of wheelchair, you know. So he said, 5 minutes. I'm still waiting. So I start to walk up this hill. Quasimodo going up there, you know. And I go in there, and he's obviously said to the fellow behind the counter, he said, Eric Morecambe's out there, and he's not very well. Could I have... And the fellow wouldn't let him have a chair, as far as I can make out. So I walked in, and the fellow looked at me, he went, oh, yes. And he says to all the boils and the cuts and the slashes in the corner there, in the outpatient step, hey, 'tis him. Yeah. It's true, you know. So I say, now my real name is Bartholomew. I never tell anybody that, but my real name is Bartholomew. He said. So he says, you don't look too good, son. I said, no, I'd like to put myself into a hospital, you see. He said, well, right. Now then. Name? So I thought, well, what's that Bartholomew? I said, Morecambe. He said, all right, Morecambe. Address, which I gave him. Age, which I lied about. He said, you don't look too well, you better go lie down on that thing. So I'm lying down on a stretcher there. The next thing I know, I'm being injected. This Walter Butterworth is sat with me. And I said, I'd like to say thank you very much for all your help and everything. He said, oh, that's all right. It's been a pleasure. He says, my mates won't believe this. He says, and this is the exact words he used. He says, will you do us a favour? I said, what? He said, before you go, will you see me? True, that. It's totally true.